Dawah Over Dunya merchandise is now available. We've got assorted colors and sizes of t-shirts and hoodies. The link will be in the description. Be sure to check it out.
I think we should stop it here.
You want to stop there?
Of course.
Oh,
Because
okay.
they don't really, during the video, they don't actually expand on this. They just give you this shock effect, that much of the Quran has been lost. And obviously they're quoting As-Suyuti, which is one of the most prominent scholars of Ulum al-Quran, in his book Al-Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran.
Okay.
And it's just that shock effect. It's like, and for the layman, they'll be thinking, well, what is going on? Ibn Umar is saying that a lot of the Quran is lost. Now, what we need to bear in mind, first of all, is that this is not what the text says in the Arabic language.
What does it say?
It doesn't say much of the Quran has been lost. Okay.
So what does it say? If you recall, or did you recall what it says, or like what's the more accurate translation you would say?
So the more accurate translation of this is, I've got the thing here. Let me just bring it up, inshallah.
Would you like to, you want to send me a link or put it in the private chat and I'll share it? Or?
No, we'll just read it out.
Okay, cool. I'm going to close my window because I think there's a plane flying over. While you're at it, brothers and sisters, be sure to like the stream, share the stream, all that good stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. We got Uncle Batty here. MashaAllah, good to see the brother. Allah bless him.
So what he actually says is that when Ibn Umar, this is a quote from Ubay. Because I've got a lot of sources here. Sorry, my apologies.
No problem, man. Take your time. Let's see here. I'm just going through these comments. Yeah, no, don't worry. Sasim with al-Qalam, don't worry. She's not in this video. It's the infamous David Wood and Nabil Qureshi, the two most powerful, most unrefutable Christian missionaries in the world. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I'm lying again, of course. We got a guest. Yeah, absolutely. Alhamdulillah. Brother Al-Yemeni, who is indeed from Yemen, has blessed us with his presence. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So a more accurate sort of translation would be that. Well, let's bring it. Yeah, there is. Right. So let none of you say that he has acquired the entire Quran. For how does he know that it is all? That bit, first of all, right? It's not what he says, right? He says that we don't have all of it, i.e., in terms of only what was revealed to us. So, and he says, he doesn't say much of the Quran has been lost. He says it has been removed. Okay. And then it says, thus let him say, I have acquired what is available. So this is referring to what Allah has sort of codified in terms of the Quran. So what does it actually mean? I mean, it almost sounds the same. So what's the point of pointing out a mistranslation? Well, first of all, it's a mistranslation. Why? If you're actually going to quote a source, you've got to quote it accurately. That's the first thing. Secondly, what is he actually referring to? Is referring to abrogation. Now, what Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani writes, he says that Ibn al-Burais has narrated a report from Ibn Umar that he used to dislike the person who said, I have recited the whole Quran. He, Ibn Umar, used to say, but the reality is a part of the Quran has been abrogated. So this is what it says, right? This is what Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani's explanation, which is very clear of what Ibn Umar means by this. So right off the bat.
So basically you're saying this very slight mistranslation actually goes a long way. Basically, this slight, it seems like, it doesn't really sound like there's a difference, But when you have other narrations of Ibn Umar, where he kind of uses similar language but gives more context, he makes it very clear this is talking about, he's referring to abrogation. When people say they've recited the whole Quran, he has a problem with people saying that, not because the Quran has been lost, it's because the Quran, parts of the Quran have been abrogated, which means they're no longer considered part of the text. That's one form of nasakh, right? Obviously, there's different forms of nasakh, forms of abrogation. But basically, this much of the Quran has been lost. In reality, is much of the Quran has been abrogated. So this is right off the bat, not even 10 seconds into we're 15 seconds into the video to be exact. We've already got a blatant misrepresentation of course.
Yeah, and just to like sort of pile on, Abu Bakr ibn Tayyib al-Baqilani, he writes in his works Al-Intisar lil-Quran that there's a report from Abdullah ibn Abbas from Ubay that he heard a man said to him, O Abu al-Munzar, verily I have gathered the whole of the Quran. And Ubay said to him, so this is from Ubay ibn Ka'b as well, right? Ubay said to him, he does not know what the whole of it was because so much of the Quran was abrogated and it was not found afterwards. So when they say this is, oh, look, Ibn Umar has said this. No, it's not just him. This is something known among the Sahaba. The Sahaba understood that there was much of the Quran that was abrogated, that was there during that time and was also removed during that time by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Okay, interesting. So basically, not only is this a misrepresentation of a very simple statement, but also this simple statement has been said by multiple people. This idea, this isn't some like some new discovery. Whoa, really? You mean to tell us that parts of the Quran have been abrogated before and they no longer exist? Again, not mind you, abrogation is not just like, okay, it's like, no, abrogation is something from Allah and His Messenger. This is not something like Muslims have decided they don't want anything. No, this is actually by Allah's command, abrogation.
Yeah,
right.
And we'll notice a theme as we go through the video. So, we'll pick up on the theme as we go along.
Okay. All right. So you're saying there's more to come. This isn't it. All right. We'll have to wait and see.